Hi guys, this is Jacqueline Fernandez and you were watching Bollywood Hungama with Faridoo.
तुम्हारा यकीन कैसे तोड़ सकती हूँ मैं, वैसे भी वादे और इरादे की बहुत पक्की हूँ मैं. That's like the deadly Jacqueline Fernandez in Race 3 promo. Everyone is raving about her. Pleasure having you back on BollywoodHungama.
Thank you.
And what was your first reaction when you were told about this dialogue that तुम्हारा यकीन कैसे तोड़ सकती हूँ मैं, वैसे भी वादे और इरादे की बहुत पक्की हूँ मैं.
I was like, wow, I can totally relate to that.
Totally relate to that.
That's so me. Jessica is so me. No, but I mean, you know, this is the second time I'm actually working with Shiraz because he wrote Race 2 as well. And I remember the kind of dialogues he had given me in Race 2, and it was like, I remember I had this one line saying where I go up to Saif, and Saif is like already been poisoned by me and John.
Right.
You think that me and Saif actually had this because you thought actually we joined hands. I don't know if you've seen Race 2, but yeah. And at some point, you know, Saif is like shocked that how could I be doing this? Right. And I go, listen, men are many, but money is money. You know, so he gave me these, like, I'm telling you, if that line came out in a trailer this time, it would have been bigger than our business is our business, not your business.
Yeah, that business has gone to another level altogether.
Another level only.
Right.
It's amazing though, it's amazing. I think it's fantastic. A dialogue can create so much, like, have so much attention.
Absolutely. Now, if you may remember that for Race 2, you had come to our office for an interview. And that's when you spoke maybe for the first time that maybe you'd like to work with Salman Khan. And then kick happened after that.
That's crazy.
And now Race 2 to Race 3.
Isn't that crazier? Isn't that even crazier?
It's even crazier actually.
That's actually crazy because like right after, during Race 2 I said I wanted to work with him and I eventually worked with him and now I'm here for Race 3. Yeah, it's a journey. It's been an amazing journey. I mean, seriously, I mean, you know, I have just been so lucky that I've been able to realize a lot of the dreams that I had and, you know, a lot of the goals that I had made out for myself and stuff. I've been able to realize them. And, you know, and at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you have to have these things in your life. You have to have your goals. You have to have your dreams because this is what keeps you alive.
Sure.
You know, and you accomplish one, you know, you move on to the next, you keep moving, you keep moving, you keep moving. You never get complacent. You never ever get complacent. That's important. But yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, you know, and especially once you achieve one. I think one of my biggest dreams was probably to work with Salman. And, you know, you achieve that one and you're just like, wow, like, you know, it's actually possible, you know, and dreams actually do come true and stuff. So it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he has this uncanny ability to support when maybe other people will think twice to just come up. Even the way he just supported as far as this entire 1, 2, 3 thing is concerned, because these days social media, many a time you don't know what is organic and what is paid for that matter. So, but I think he just came up and he just said that it's outstanding.
You know, I mean, I've never actually met someone like him. I've never actually met someone who so fearlessly and genuinely wants to support and help other people. You know, it's such an like unusual kind of like trait. I mean, like, you know, it's really like not very common, especially maybe in our world or in our time or in our industry, you know, where people can be quite selfless and put others before them. And also what I really love about that is the fact that it's so compassionate. You know, it's like he can feel other people's pain and he wants to take that away. And it's not because he's, you know, a superstar, you know, that I would be saying this, or I work with him, so I would be saying this, and I'm being, you know, but this is genuinely what I've seen of him over the years, and this is genuinely what I've experienced for myself. At like a time when I was at my like worst and at my most like down in my career was the time that he signed me. You know, I mean, no one was touching me at that time, and no one, I mean, and that's just how it is, you know what I mean? You've got to kind of like bounce back up and prove yourself, but I didn't even need to do that. He just knew genuinely that, okay, you know, she really hasn't been signed for anything, she has no work. And it's not just with me, he does this with so many people. It's the people he knows that really kind of need some support because no one else is giving it to them, he's like, he will be that person. Where do you find people like that? You know, so yeah, it's amazing.
You started your career, you had a few films, then Race 2 happened, and it just, I think, projected you. I think it's all about projection in many ways, because you've always been talented, especially I think you have this unique ability as far as your dancing ability, which I think is amazing. The way you dance is like a artistic, no, seriously, I think you are an outstanding dancer.
Wow.
There is absolutely no doubt about that. And once Race 2 happened, and after that Kick happened, and then you went into a different league altogether. I feel that you became far more focused. You had that killer instinct that maybe was slightly missing in the past. I think
that was a bit of a Salman influence as well. Like I was always very like, you know, I was always kind of like very hardworking and, you know, wanting to do my best and wanting to do what I could in film. But I never had the focus as such into like, okay, this is how you need to do it, and this is how you need to focus, and this is what you need to kind of like gun for. I never had that, but like Salman actually helped me put a lot of things into perspective, and it was after Kick where I was like, okay, this is how I know what I need to do, and I know what I want, but this is how I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm going to be, and this is how I'm going to work, and this is what I'm going to work towards. And so it really kind of like helped me. But yeah, Kick changed a lot of things for me, a lot of things.
Right. And you know, the fact is that you are one of the top actresses right now, but at the same time, the phase that has been there, as you were mentioning, that before Kick there were no films, and then there are perceptions as well, and people then that how serious is she about just her work and all those things. But that changed dramatically, and since then, one film after another, you've been just going from strength to strength. How do you look back at your journey? And you know, the fact is that Jacqueline Fernandez keeps on smiling and laughing and giggling all the time, but the fact is that you have a lot of hunger within.
Yes.
You don't show that maybe.
I know.
But you have a tremendous hunger.
Absolutely, but it's important. I mean, that's what keeps me going. I just believe that, you know, you can, you know, be someone who has a dream. You can be someone who has goals, who has ambitions, okay? But you don't need to become bitter about it. You don't need to become stressed out about it. Like, I see so many people who are continuously, like, stressed out and angry and, like, rude and, you know, like, frustrated. And they're right up there. They're, like, right on top. But, like, the way they are with people, or like the, you know, it makes me sad, because I'm like, you know, do you really realize like you already have achieved so much, you know? So there's no need to be stressed about things. Like, smile. What really matters to me is like, I understand what I want in life. I understand that these are my ambitions, these are my goals, but it's really important about the effect that I leave behind on people's lives as well. Like, whoever I meet, wherever I am, you know what I mean? Like, it's always about like, okay, I hope that it was a positive meeting, it was a positive impression, it was a positive, because that really is, that is very, very important to me. So, you know, and you've got to maintain like a good energy for that. You've got to like, whether you're having a bad day, whether, you know, you've just been kicked out of a film, whether you've like just been, you know, whatever it is, you've had some terrible article written about you, it's not the other person's fault. You can't put that on them, you know. So yeah, you've got to push yourself to actually, I don't know, have a good attitude, have a positive attitude around people. Okay,
now talking about the bad article part of it, does it upset you at times that, you know, when things are taken a bit maybe out of context and they're presented in a strange manner? I saw that video of the kid that
yes.
Frankly speaking, it was really silly the way it was presented. The entire thing. I think he was having a great time. He was having a great time. I really couldn't understand
on saying that, I really appreciate. And that's why obviously I am on social media. Otherwise, if I didn't want to take people's criticism, or if I didn't want to take people's opinions, I would go off in a second. But like, I appreciate people who whatever, have an opinion. You know, they have like, they have something to say and they put it out there. And because, you know, for me, it's like, we all have very different perceptions. We all think very differently. No two people think the same. And I went and I hugged that kid like a sister. You know what I mean? That was my intention. I'm very clear about my intention. As long as I know what my intention was, I really am sorry, but like, you can say whatever you can say to me, but I knew what my intention was. You know, you can't hold that against me. But on saying that, it's nice to see that, okay, this actually was perceived that way. Okay, fine, that's interesting. What I don't understand and what I don't respect and what I really, have no time for is people who want the attention, and so they come out there screaming and they come out there trying to like enforce their views. Now, you have a view, I have a view. Respect my view also. Respect what I am doing as well. I'll respect yours, and I'll never say that mine is the right way. But you don't have to scream and shout about it. You know what I mean? There's a way to present it. And then those are the people, like, honestly, I'm just like, dude, I have no time for you. Like, even just giving you a second of my attention is degrading for me. You know, and you are just proving yourself, like, I mean, pretty, like, I mean, you have nothing to do. You know what I mean? You're presenting yourself as someone who's a little bit, like, pretty immature, pretty uneducated. You know, these are by doing all these things. So those are the people I just don't give any time and attention to. The other people, though, I do. I like looking at other people's, like, points of views. I think it's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Allah Duai, Selfish, I think outstanding songs. Enjoy them?
Loved them. Honestly, like, Allah Duai, that was like the song I was most nervous for.
Right.
Because I was part of Allah Duai in part 2.
Ji.
And now it's like, okay, part 3, bigger, better. We have to kind of outperform. We have to be different. So that was the one I was like kind of like most nervous for. But then another song I was very, very nervous for was this song called Hiri. Because I remember, so we had this has never happened to me in my life, but in race 3, we actually shot all the 3 songs back to back.
Okay.
We didn't even take a break. So we shot Party Chale On and On, which is one of the party songs in the film. We shot that. I remember I came back from my holiday, in my Christmas and New Year holiday, and we started shooting exactly on the 5th. We shot that for like 5-6 days because we had a scene in between as well. Then we had a 1 day or a 2 day gap, okay, and we started shooting Allah Duai. Then we had a 1 day gap and we started shooting Hiri. So in between all of that, I was like, okay, rehearsals for this. Okay, rehearsals for that. Okay, costume shootings for this. Okay, what are we doing now? What are we doing? And like Hiri, it was quite a night shoot because Allah Duai for 6 days was just night. It was 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning.
My God.
And it was like, and in between that we were rehearsing, and in between that it was like, so it was madness. But 2 weeks, I remember we were sitting on Party Chale On and On, me and Remo, and we were just on a break in between the song. I was like, Acha, listen, so we're shooting this new cool song, Hiri, and how is it? And tell me, what should we be wearing? And what's the concept? And, what's the vibe? And Remo and me were just generally discussing the song. And he's like, yeah, by the way, I want you to do the pole dance. I was like, you want me to do pole dance? I was like, Remo, we have 2 weeks of the song. I was like, how am I going to do this? I haven't trained. Last time I touched, pole dancing was like 8 months back. I did this for Gentlemen, and I was like...
Gentlemen, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I haven't done it since then. I was like, 2 weeks you're giving me?
Well, I think it was outstanding what you did over there in Gentlemen, so I'm sure that...
Sorry, don't you know what I've gone through?
No, but I don't blame him.
I don't... Remo's wishes of the pole dance in the song, it was like... It was insane. I mean, like, we really kind of... I brought my trainer back in. She was in Ukraine at the time. I was like... Take the next flight, come here right now. She has flown in, we have worked on this, we've worked with Remo, we've conceptualized, we've like figured out all the routines, what could we do that's different, what have they not seen in pole. In between everything, we were just like, and I was so bruised and battered, it was like not even funny.
In fact, Bobby Deol, we recently spoke to him and he said that Jacqueline Fernandez is my pole dancer.
I'm his pole dancer?
That's what he said actually.
What does that even mean?
I thought that maybe I'll just...
Oh yeah, but no, he is such a cool guy. Like honestly, I never met Bobby even before this film.
And very good looking. I think he's looking
so good looking. I'm sorry, but my entire team used to stare at him the whole time he was on set. And so when we were in Abu Dhabi, the funniest thing was Salman and him. So it was hot and it was sunny and it was like ridiculous Arabian, like desert weather. And so we were shooting in this heat. And so we used to, like our vanities, we're in the middle of the desert and our vanities used to just all kind of be in this, we all used to face each other, okay, in this one big square. So, and right in the middle would be Salman's tent and where all the actors would gather. But because it was so hot, most of the times we were in our own van. And we could see out, we could see what was going on. Salman and Bobby were always outside. And Salman loves the heat. Bobby as well was, you know, chilling with him and stuff. And they always used to be shirtless, okay, sun tanning. And the funny thing was, like, first of all, it was just a treat to see these two extremely good-looking guys.
I'm sure.
But you know, like my team used to be like, "Oh, look at Bobby," and there would be like moments where like Bobby's like putting like, you know, tanning oil on himself. It was like literally like, you know, like how like a, let's say a guy would be like, you know, seeing like girls on a beach or
exactly,
like,
yeah.
So like we would just be like, you know, all these girls Bobby's putting oil.
And he doesn't know that you're the Instagram queen. He could have been part of your story.
You know, but though Bobby has become an Instagram. He's not, we don't call him the Instagram king anymore, we call him Live, Mr. Live. He loves going live. He loves it. And the thing is, Bobby goes live every single time. We're out at night and we're all together and we're kind of just enjoying and stuff. You will always hear this question from Bobby. Hey guys, should we go live? Okay, should we go live? Right. And we're always partying every time Bobby decides to go live. So, but yeah, he's such a lovely person.
Right, and Selfish. I think one portion that I really loved. It's a beautiful song, but in the music video, I think there's a drone shot, and just you guys are on top of the mountain and just shows the lake or something like that. I think in Ladakh.
So stunning, yeah.
Most important, yeah, it's beautiful.
So stunning. What a place. I mean, I was so lucky. You know, when they were telling me we want to go someplace exotic for the love songs, and I was like, you know, please keep it in India, because it's like, I was so happy. It was funny, but it was a thought that was in my head, because I very rarely get to do like shoots in India. Like it's like we always go abroad and stuff like that, you know. And I've never really seen a lot of India, you know.
There's so much to see.
And there's so much to see. And I think it was Salman. Salman was like, what was it, Remo? I mean, they were, I think, both on the same page about it, but they were like, guys, Ladakh and Kashmir. And I was like, oh my God, I've never shot in the snow. So this was like, again, you know, one of those first experiences for me. And how beautiful is Ladakh? Right. What a stunning place.
And it was chilly, and you had to literally be in all those glamorous clothes. That must have been some experience.
Yeah. It was, I mean, me and Bobby, it's so funny. Every single time we watch like Selfish, we laugh so much, because there's a certain part in the song where it was so cold, Faridu. And like there was a wind chill. It was literally, we had just shot that line, okay, and Remo had called cut, and there was literally snow falling down on us. It was that cold. There was wind chill. There was like, I was trying to sing my line, and I was like, I couldn't breathe, because it was like just wind gushing into my mouth, and it was just like on my face and stuff. And and there's like this one scene in the song as well, where Bobby is like trying to control it so much, and I come and like I hug him, and he's just like, he can't even turn properly, because he's so frozen. So every time we see that, we laugh a lot. Me and Salman, though, were lucky. Even though we shot in like snow and in Ladakh and stuff as well, somehow it was sunny. We never felt the cold, even in the snow. It's strange. It's really strange. But like, yeah, we were quite lucky. Me and Bobby weren't very lucky.
Right. Yeah. हाथ देना लेकिन शादी के लिए नहीं मांग रहा हूँ.
I know. I was like, how mean. Did you have to put that in the trailer? Like, geez, Salman. No, but yeah, it's such a Salman line. It's such a great line. Yeah. So what's the question?
Yeah. Rapid fire with Jacqueline Fernandez, one and only one Jacqueline Fernandez. What would you do if you were stuck on an island with Salman Khan from Kick and Salman Khan from Race 3?
What's the difference between Salman?
Is the characters.
Oh, it's the characters.
Yeah, that character and this one. Kick character.
Devil and as Sikandar. Oh right. Gosh. So Devil, I really don't know, because you know he's pretty two-sided. Right. He was Devi and then he was like Devil as well. But what would I do? So wait, I get 2 Salmans?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's great. I mean, I think I'd have, a fantastic time. They're like, he's entertaining by himself. Now if you're giving me 2, I mean, seriously.
More the merrier.
The more the merrier.
All right. And if you could ask one question to the following people, what would you ask Sonam Kapoor?
Oh, Sonam Kapoor. What would I ask her? So, give me some advice on some clothes.
Clothes.
Yes, I would. She has. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong, with fashion advice from Sonam.
Okay, what would you ask Karan Johar?
Karan Johar. Give me some advice on fashion because he's become quite a fashionista. Like seriously.
As well.
Yes, he has.
Amir, if you have to ask a question to Amir.
If I had to, I would probably ask him about. I think Amir understands, trends in movies and content, and he understands that a lot. So I would probably ask him, something about definitely film, obviously, like film and content, writer, script, screenplay, probably something about that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, if you met the following filmy characters, what would you do? These are like characters from the movies. So what would you do and maybe speak to them or talk to them? All right, this is Katrina Kaif from Race 1. If you meet Katrina Kaif from Race 1, what would you tell her?
Gosh, I mean, the one thing that stands out for me so much about Katrina in Race 1 was, touch me, touch me, touch me.
Yeah.
I don't know, I would ask her how she does that move. She did some amazing move in that song. Right. It was awesome.
Okay, and Salman Khan from Tiger Zinda Hai.
Tiger Zinda Hai? If I met him, I would ask him to do that song that he did, that romantic song in the beginning. Or I would ask him to do Swag Ki Swagat with me. Yeah.
Okay, Shah Rukh Khan from DDLJ.
Shah Rukh Khan from DDLJ. What would I ask him? Jeez. I don't know, to take a train ride with me.
Want to take a train ride with me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, if you could open your dance school, what would it be called?
Gosh, if I could open a dance school, what would it be called? Dance with me? I don't know.
Dance with Jackie. Dance with Jackie.
Sounds terrible. No, I would not put my name there. Definitely not.
Okay, dance with me. Okay.
Come dance with me. I don't know.
Okay, all right. So there's a subsection within rapid fire. It's called.
That was so bad. I can't believe I said come dance with me.
Okay.
Okay.
So subsection it's called ye ya wo, either or. So you have to pick one. Okay, Remo Fernandez ya Sajid Naredwala.
But Nadia, it's like a producer and Remo the director and Nadia the producer. But he also directed me, so
basically you have to pick one actually.
No way.
Okay, Ranbir Kapoor ya Varun Dhawan.
Ranbir or Varun?
Yeah. Varun, okay. Kick ya Race 3.
Kick ya Race 3?
Yeah.
Kick.
Okay, Salman Khan the actor ya Salman Khan the friend?
The friend, obviously.
Okay, Justin Bieber ya Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Chinese food ya continental food?
Continental.
Jeans ya skirts?
Jeans.
Abu Dhabi ya Dubai?
Dubai.
Film City ya Mehboob Studio?
Mehboob!
If you're stuck on an elevator with Kapil Sharma and Manish Paul, what would you do?
Whoa! Manish Paul and Kapil Sharma? I'd make lots of Instagram videos and stories.
Okay, if you had to describe the following people by calling them a particular dish, what would it be? SRK.
Steak.
Salman Khan.
Only because I know he loves steak. He eats steak. He's eaten steak every time I've been around him. So yeah.
Okay, Salman Khan.
Biryani.
Varun Dhawan.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay, and
I know exactly what they eat.
Priyanka Chopra.
PC? Burgers. She's a burgers.
So fan questions with Jacqueline Fernandez. This is Nimra Waheed from Pakistan. Her all-time favorite movie of Salman Khan.
Of Salman's?
Yeah.
Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam.
Okay.
And Bachagi Bhajan.
Amir, okay. That's true. That's a good one. Amir from Germany, from Kick to Race 3, what difference you saw in Salman Khan?
What difference? I mean, he's pretty much the same, very involved, very passionate about what he does. I think Salman, I mean, from what I saw in Kick, he was he was so, I think, focused on that one thing. I feel like Salman right now is focused on many things right now as well. Like he's doing a lot more. I thought he did a lot in Kick, and he was, you know, handling and managing a lot of things, but I feel like now it's even more. It's crazy.
All right, Manav Karamchandani from Mumbai, looking forward to the Dabangg Reloaded tour in US, Canada.
Yes, amazing. I can't wait to meet everyone in the States and perform for everyone in the States and everyone in Canada. It's going to be a crazy show.
So anything different from what you did in UK?
Well, our lineup is a little bit different. I mean, we have Katrina on board right now as well. So I think that's like a huge game changer. I think it's just going to like, obviously, the tour has just become a lot bigger. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And there'll be like race 3 songs as well?
Of course, of course. There's going to be a lot of stuff. There's going to be Allah Duai. Imagine, you know, having Salman perform live on Allah Duai. Then we will be doing stuff with Hiri. You know, the slow song as well is there. So we are performing to all of those.
And you're part of I Found Love as well?
I Found Love, yeah. How do you know about I Found Love? We're not even released it yet. Do you know what's coming out?
I don't know, but I think it's beautiful. In fact, Vishal Mishra came to our office.
So you've heard it.
Unplugged version as well.
It is unbelievable. It's really such a beautiful song.
There's Yasiru Vismini from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Your pole dance in Hiria was super hot and sexy. Just want to share a big hug and lots of love for making our country proud. Looking forward to race 3 and please do more performance-oriented movies. Love.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Okay, this is Yash Tanan from Jaipur. Hi Jackie, I wanted to ask you about your experience shooting with the Bhaijan of Bollywood himself, and if you can please share with us an interesting yet funny incident from the sets of Race 3.
Oh my god.
She did something actually.
What?
You did share about the funny incident with Bobby, so but the Salman.
Oh my god, that was just, there's been so many. I mean, like, we've had some, I mean, like, one of the coolest not incidences, but like something that also we all knew, we all biked down from Kashmir to Ladakh. So that was like something really like kind of like crazy. It was such a fun experience. What else? I mean, a funny experience with Salman. There's nothing like funny as such, except the fact that, you know, we always have a great time, I think, shooting with him. Always.
This is Prabhab from Puri, Odisha. What's your dream role which you want to play in big screen, and who is your favorite actress in Bollywood? This is a good question. What is your dream role? My
dream role is, honestly, I would love to work with Pansali. I think like he really, I don't know, he embodies everything, you know, when it comes to cinema. For me, he embodies everything. He embodies like the costumes, the time, you know, the actors, the performances, the scale, the locations, like everything. And I want to be in that world, you know. I want to experience that as an actor for, you know, once in my life. And
your favorite actress?
Honestly, I love Alia. I think she's so brilliant. I think she's so brilliant and talented and hardworking and focused. And I mean, you know, she's really amazing. She's awesome. She's really amazing.
All right, Jacqueline Fernandez, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time and looking forward to Race 3 and all your future ventures. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Faridun. Take care.
That's all we have from BollywoodHungama. Keep on watching.
Hi guys, this is Jacqueline Fernandez and you were watching Bollywood Hungama with Faridun.